Hi everyone, I'm like 2 or 3 minutes late. I'm so sorry. I was doing homework and now I guess we're going out for dinner. So crazy day. Thank you for everyone that has actually been sending me messages, telling me how you're doing. I see that we have some new people in our group. Some people have been asking. I think that's fantastic. Like the whole point of me wanting to go live for 30 days was just to share what I've been so successful at. And in saying that, I just kind of wanted to share my story a little bit. And I think I did to my group, Healthiness is Happiness on Facebook. That's my free keto group. This group is for 30 days. So after this, everything, if you want to continue and just be supportive and motivating for everyone in our keto community, that would be where you would join, okay? Hi, Taylor. Are you at work? But anyhow, I started keto actually the Monday after Thanksgiving of last year. So I'm going on almost a year. But the short story is, basically, from that time until Easter, which was April 1st last year, I was really doing it wrong. Part of the reason I am so excited to do this 30-day keto challenge is because there's so much misinformation out there. I can't even tell you how wrong I was doing it. So I was kind of down 10. Oh, awesome. I was down 10 pounds, and I'd be up a couple, then I'd go back down. But basically, I went up and down 10 pounds up until Easter. Easter night, I crashed and burned because I was so diligent about staying on what I thought was keto. And I was eating all the stuff like the maltodextrin, like everything that's on that 56 ingredient list that we're not supposed to touch. So I was kicking myself out all the time and not turning myself into a fat-burning machine like I wanted to. And I crashed and burned and begged my husband to go out and buy me some of those gold chocolate Ferrero Rochers, and I ate 9. Then I thought, no, I'm a science teacher. I know the science behind this. I know it works. I was done with paying people, to try to lose weight, and God help it works for some people, but I would go up and down. So I'm not trying to knock anything. They just, ultimately, when I looked back over my life, it wasn't for me. So when I really, knowing the science behind it and was just trying to get the right information, I came across an awesome keto coach, Amy Smith, and that's where I learned most of what I know. And in that first week, I lost 21 pounds. Like, it was stupid crazy. It was like a light switch went on. And that's why I love sharing the information that I have, because I got it for free. I want to pay it forward. So that's pretty much why I'm doing the 30 days live for keto. I was a little gun shy just because I'm like, oh gosh, I'm live. But turns out I'm really liking it, and I love hearing back from everyone. So first things first, Pam, I see you're on. Hi, Jason. Hi, Michael. That's awesome to see you guys. Pam, if you can type a number in the comments for me, either 1, 2, or 3, I can announce the winner, and I'll show you how I have it written down on my paper. That would be great. And then I'm going to move on to sweets on keto. But I'll kind of wait for Pam to post a number. But sweets on keto, that seemed to be the number one question when asked what the biggest hurdle was, because we don't get, hi Cleveland, we don't get to eat sugar. So I always buy Swerve. Swerve is what I always call, when I was looking it up, is kind of called the diabetic sugar. It has 5 carbs in it, but there's sugar alcohols. 2, the winner is Taylor. Woohoo! Taylor, you win the Fat Bomb book. Congratulations. I'm going to do another drawing over the weekend too. Thanks, Pam. But sweets, I usually do use Swerve. I use Swerve, or I use a liquid stevia to make sure that there's no extra bad ingredients in it, okay? So there are things we can make. Here's the catch. If you're just starting keto, most people are going to suggest that you stay away from sweets altogether to help get yourself fat adapted and to help kind of lose those cravings. Yay, congratulations, Taylor. I'm so excited. Taylor, if you PM me your address, I'm either going to deliver it to you while I'm off this weekend, or I'll mail it off to you, either one. And hi, Lori. But I use the liquid stevia. I think I posted pictures of it, and then I also use the Swerve. But when something has sugar alcohols in it, you can subtract up to 5. So Swerve is actually 0 net carbs. That's the best way I know how to explain it. It's how our body digests the sugar alcohols, but it does not affect, the bottom line, it doesn't affect your blood glucose level. So it doesn't cause a spike. It doesn't cause your body to start burning carbohydrates. Your body will still burn fat. And that's the whole point of being on keto, is you want your body to burn fat. Don't let me forget, I have a cool story to share with you too, that someone shared with me today. So anyhow, people will say, don't do it. Don't stay away from the sweets. Wait till later. But I think there's also value in don't deprive yourself of something. So I know people were making the fat bombs, right? That I shared, where you do the half a stick of butter, the half of, hi Lexi, my house looks wonderful. Thank you. Love you. But what was I going to say? I saw Lexi and got all flustered. That's my stepdaughter. We have been making the fat bombs with the cream cheese and the butter. So that's one way to get a sweet something in. If you are someone that feels like they have to have something, I've woken up before and had my fat bombs with like my bulletproof coffee. So, I don't know that there's a wrong way to do it. If there is a way to overeat it, like you being on keto doesn't mean you can sit there and eat a ton of fat bombs every day and you're going to lose weight, because you do have to watch your calories too. But I say it's a personal choice, okay? The one thing I would hi Karen, hey, I messaged you back earlier too. I don't know if you saw that right before I hopped on. But fat bombs would be one way to get a sweet in. Those ones are all pretty much butter, and you have to have the syrups. So not everybody can use the syrups because they have sucralose. So right afterwards in the comments, I made a cocoa one that you can put different ones in, so you actually have something that's chocolatey. On my keto page, it was a recipe that I think Taylor shared with me. I think it was Taylor, I don't remember now, but I made keto brownies. And there's like 1 carb in each keto brownie. So it's not that there's things we can't have, but we just have to watch of how they add up, and we want to get fat adapted. So it's just like being hungry. If you're hungry, eat. Don't not eat. If you're going to go over on anything, go over in your fats, especially while you're waiting to get fat adapted. Like the nice thing about the keto way of life is you should never feel like you're going without. There's definitely days I go over, and there's days I go under. And here's the other thing about sweets is, sugar-free syrup. Oh, you'll have to show us a picture of that, Taylor. I haven't heard of that one. And I would love to see it. Taylor and my friend Kim are always sharing different things with me that I learn that I don't know. Like, I definitely don't know at all. I've done months of research, so I know it works for me, and I've seen what's worked for other people. And like I said, I'm just that science teacher that looks at the science behind it and see what works, okay? But the cocoa fat bomb is unsweetened cocoa. Everything's a tablespoon, okay? And I'll post it underneath, but it's unsweetened cocoa powder, a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of coconut oil, and a tablespoon of Swerve, or you could use the liquid stevia to taste. I've done that too because I got those flavored stevias, like I'll do a caramel one or something. And then you could add like a tablespoon of almond butter to it. You could add a tablespoon of, I know, me too, Pam, a tablespoon of unsweetened coconut. You could do anything. That only makes 1. So if you want to make 5, then do 5 tablespoons of everything. But what you'll notice as you get more into keto, you crave these things less and less because you are doing mainly high fat, medium protein, low carb only 20 net carbs. So if sweets are your big thing to begin with, guys, it's probably everybody's thing to begin with. We have been eating sugar for so long. We have been told to eat low fat. It's better for you, but it always has something of those 56 ingredients that causes something so bad inside of our bodies. So getting rid of sugar is really hard to do. So that first week, and, I've had somebody share like, I'm starving and this. Do not starve yourself. Eat the fat. You will get more full. One of my girlfriends shared with me and something, she's like, I have to feel like I'm eating cereal. So she uses the full fat coconut milk that you get in the baking aisle. And then she puts in like macadamia nuts or a few blueberries or almonds. And then she eats it like it's cereal. Half the battle sometimes is just doing the mind over matter. And hey, this is what I'm used to eating, so this is what I'm going to do. So don't worry so much about the sweets being a thing. I can make brownies and I end up throwing some away because I don't finish them. And it's not because I have this great willpower. It's because your appetite goes way down when you reduce your carbs and you raise your fats. My husband was like, I can't believe, he goes, you're done? Like, after my appetite started going away, he's like, that's all you're going to eat? And I'm like, that's it. Yeah, you can go over your daily fat if you are hungry. Don't feel like you can't eat. We will talk about windows of eating later. And maybe I'll probably wait till after the weekend to really go over that. Maybe once we get into week 2 and kind of go over intermittent fasting and turning our bodies into higher fat burning. But yeah, if you are hungry, eat it. Because I promise you, your appetite will go down. I promise you, those sweet cravings will go away. I hear people say all the time, I could never do it. Yes, you can. That's why I'm here doing 30 days, because we all can. And I truly, truly believe that. For those of you that have known me a long time, or at least have seen me, my weight's gone up and down and this and that. And I think I shared in my live the other night, one of the best compliments I got, because I was like, I'm not perfect about it. Like, I always hate telling people, no, you can't eat that, because it's usually no, 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 because of something in the ingredient level. And I feel like the big meanie. And I was like, and I don't do it perfectly either. Like, there's certain things that I'm like, okay, this is okay, but that's not okay. Like, it's usually a personal choice. But, she was like, but you really do it consistently. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't see me ever not eating this way. I hate calling it a diet. The only reason I call it a diet is because diet is the way I eat. So I always say I'm the keto way of life. So, trust me, it's sustainable. It's something you can do for a long time. I'm getting ready to go on my trip to DC. And I usually tell myself, when you go out of town, you can just eat whatever. I'm just not going to do it this time. And now I get to talk to you guys every day. And you guys are going to help me stay on track that, yes, I am staying keto. That we can travel and stay keto. So I don't know what other questions you may or may not have. I think that's all I had. Of course, I always seem to babble just a little bit. But remember, the choice of going into sweets is completely up to you. If you want to, we have so many dessert recipes on my free keto group, Healthiness is Happiness. Just send a member request and we'll let you on in. But it's free. People share, people motivate each other. Oh, the story I got today was a girl who's in our group and somebody I know personally. I didn't ask her if I could say her name, so I'm not going to. But her scale didn't work. She has been doing what like a loose keto. She's not super strict keto, but she's been following it, and she didn't have a battery for her scale. So she put the battery in because she thought her pants were getting a little bit lighter, and she had lost 20 pounds. And she didn't believe it. She thought maybe the scale was broken. So she went and got a pair of pants that she hadn't fit into in a long time, and she can wear them. And that's from, I think she said, either August 13th or 14th. Wow. I mean, that's 10 pounds a month. That's huge. That's huge. 10 pounds a month, 20 pounds in 2 months. I would be tickled. I've had it happen. I've slowed down because I've almost hit 50. I'm at 49 and trying to hit 50 before I go. But it's amazing because when your body does eat your own body fat for fuel, your body starts to change. And you really do notice it usually in your clothes before you notice it on your scale. So I'm not sure what other questions we have. Taylor, please message me your address and I'll see if I can swing on by. Pam, I love that you're always on. Thank you so much. If you guys know anyone that wants to learn about keto, please add them to our group, add them to the event, share the video. However you'd like to do it, let's just get that keto word out there. Everybody have a great and happy Thursday night.